Welcome, flip clock fans. Well, this is different. A normal clock with hands alongside flip day, date, month, and year. And it's an Elgin clock, right? Well, not so fast. The Elgin Watch Company was founded in 1864 as the National Watch Company, and in 1874 the name changed to Elgin National Watch Company. The Elgin National Watch Company factory was once the largest watchmaking site in the world. At its peak, it employed over 4,500. During their over 100 years, Elgin produced around 60 million watches. The original factory in Elgin, Illinois, very near Chicago, closed in 1964, and in 1966 the iconic clock tower and the factory were demolished. By 1968, all manufacturing had ended. Elgin pocket and wrist watches to this day are valued by collectors and can be found in many styles. Elgin clocks. In general, Elgin did not manufacture clocks, although it did produce some clocks for automobiles and military applications. In 1968, the rights to the name Elgin were sold and have been resold several times since then. Elgin-branded watches and clocks produced after 1968 have no connection to the Elgin National Watch Company, including the clock we have right here in Flip Clock Fan Studios. So, you see we have the year, and the year goes from 1971 to 1981, and we have the month and some stars for some reason. Does anyone know the significance of this day here in history? Maybe you can think about that, and by the end I'll let you know if you haven't figured it out. A lot of good and a lot of bad happened in the 70s, and the biggest thing was it was the decade of the flip clock. That's why I got this clock. I just thought it was kind of cool. That's the push to silence the alarm. It's a wind-up clock, as you see, and that's how you speed it up and slow it down. This is the hour and the alarm set. Pretty straightforward wind-up clock, but we're going to get in there and take a look at it. There's 2 screws to get rid of. We'll take a look at it and see what's going on with this and how things would flip. Now, thankfully, no one's tried to take this front off. People will normally try to pry that off and tear something up there, because I want to get that front piece off. Really, the only thing I think it needs is cleaning up, and I wanted to polish that front a little bit. So I'm going to get that off from the inside. And there's just 2 screws, like I said, here. That's the hand set here, the clock set. You have to turn this screw clockwise. It's got a little, like a barrel screw. This you turn counterclockwise. And that's really all you need to take off. The other things that are on there need to just stay on there. That plastic in this just stays right on there. I really like this plastic. It's not painted on the grain there. It's like burl wood, and it's not painted on. It's integral to the plastic. I really like that look. So here you see it's just a bell housing regular clock. Over here, our year and our month, they're not connected to anything, so that would be user set. Now this over here would change. It's got one post that sends a gear over there to get everything going. I'm not sure how that works, but I want to release these tabs to get the face off, and you can maybe see that down there. It'd be nice just to release it like that, but it's not going to work. I can't get down in there safely. So I'm going to have to take off this year and month at least. Get that off. And that's okay. So we've got this screw here, obviously. There's still a hole in there. Oh, you can see that's a big old barrel screw there. That needs to come out. It should just lift away at that point. There. That's a nice little stack, isn't that? That's kind of neat. Alright, so we can see we've got at the top and the bottom there's tabs. Now this old plastic, you never really know if it's going to crack on you. You just got to try to not be over aggressive if you're going to take this off. I'm going to use a piece of wood here. I don't know if that's going to make it easier or make it harder. You want to make sure you're in a warm room when you do this. You don't have to warm up the plastic necessarily. There, that just popped right out. But you wouldn't want to be doing it in the Arctic. That plastic gets brittle when it's cold. There, it's a nice separation. I just need to get under here. And again, I'm going to have to take this off. That's okay. We wanted to get a closer look of how this worked anyway. It's pretty straightforward. And that was looser than the other side. There's that one post. That's all it is. One gear goes over there. Okay. Let's see. I don't know if you saw that. That fell off there. That must have broke loose. Someone could have over tightened that. It could have been dropped. We'll have to fix that. But that's going to pop right out. Okay, that was easy. I'm trying to take my time here so I don't mess something up, especially on camera. It's embarrassing. Okay, it's coming right off. That's clean. That's nice. All right, we don't have to deal with that. Got our plastic here. It's in good shape. It's got some scratches. They don't show up on the cameras as much as you'd think. It's no big deal, I guess. It's got some optical to it. Like some magnification almost. So here's our bell housing. And there, you can see right there. You can see that hole. That's where the post would go in. And then it mates with that gear there. So that's pretty simple. We can get that back together without any problem. I'd never seen one of these. This is really really unique, really unusual. Alarm calendar clock with month and year. People must have just thrown them away after 81. That's good for me. Makes it more rare. So here's that part that had fallen off, and it fits real nicely in there. So I'm going to glue that with super glue. That's the best stuff for that. As long as you don't get it anywhere else on your case, it'll ruin your clock. So I've got it back together without much problem. There's our date. And if you haven't figured that out, that's the date that Elvis Presley died. King of rock and roll. So there it is. The Elgin calendar with the 70s featured there. I just dig that, man. It's just cool. Well, thanks for taking the time.